Hi, and welcome to my channel. I am Nathan. Have you experienced forgetting things and it seems your comprehension is getting slower? Oh, well, it's not you who only experience it. Me too. I experience that most of the day. Now, in today's episode, I'll be featuring how to enhance your memory by using the technique memory palace. Before I proceed, please do subscribe to the channel by clicking that subscribe button down there. Now, one of the techniques that is being used by most students is we call the memory palace. Memory palace. Well, what is memory palace, by the way? Okay. We call it also the common way as the method of Lucai or Lucy, or in a Latin word means it's places. It is a method of memory enhancement which uses visualization of spatial memory. Well, what is spatial memory? Well, spatial memory is the things that you usually commonly see. Like, every time you go to your room, you used to see the door, the windows, and stuff like that. Well, it is a visual uses of spatial memory when familiarizing information about one's environment to quickly, efficiently recall information. Now, well, how does it work? Now, let's have a simple exercise. Let's imagine that this is your room. Well, either of these two sides here. Now, inside your room, there are things we can see. Right? Now, the door one, air condition, TV, table, and so on. I already list the parts. Just imagine that is your room. That is inside your room. Now, at this moment, we will be going to replace those items with memory phonics. Oh, I call them memory phonics. Yes, memory phonics. Now, this time, to set an example, okay, we will use random parts of skeletal system. Okay, imagine that every time you enter in your room, which is the main entrance, the door one, think of it, that is the skull. Are you thinking it now? Yeah, think of that door, that is a skull. Okay? Then the AC will be the ribs. Whatever it is, that AC is the ribs now. The TV will be the clavicle. The table will be the humerus. Are you thinking it? The sofa will be the scapula. Now, as we enter to the main door of your room, think of that second door as the vertebrae. Next is computer, will replace it to be the femur. Study table will be the sternum. The bed will be the radius. Got it? Let's continue. What I want you to do now is to close your eyes and imagine that that is your room now, with all the parts that we discussed, the door and stuff. Familiarize all of those. Now, what I want you to do is to, as we replace all of those already with different parts of the skeletal system, imagine now that you're in the room now. As you enter into the main door entrance, which is the door one, what part of skeletal system you can remember? Got it? And the answer is yes, correct. It's a skull. Now let's continue the journey into your room. Now you want to turn on the AC because it's quite hot in your room, on that part of the room. Now, what part of skeletal system you can remember every time you saw that AC? If your answer is ribs, yeah, that's correct. Well, as we continue, you want to turn on the television, right? Now, I want you to remember, or try to remember, what part of skeletal system you can remember every time you saw that television in your imagination. If your answer is clavicle, then you're correct. Let's go on the journey. Then you want to sit in your nice, comfy sofa. Now, what part of skeletal system you can remember with that sofa that you're sitting right now? Yes, it's scapula. Seems you're getting hang of it. Now you want to put your foot on the table while watching your favorite show on that TV. Now what part of the skeletal system you can remember every time you put something on that table? Are you sure of that? Okay, if your answer is humerus, then you're correct. You see, it's quite easy. Now let's continue, let's move on. Right? So let's move on. As we continue, okay, inside your bedroom, try to name the other parts of the skeletal system as you see things in your bedroom. Okay? Ready? Okay. This time, I'm going to mention the parts of the room, then you name the parts of the skeletal system. Okay, the corresponding parts of skeletal system. Are you ready? Okay. Now, what you can remember if every time you saw that bed? If your answer is is correct, how about the study table? Yes, correct, it's sternum. How about the computer? Correct. Okay, these are only the simple things. Okay, for beginners, you can use simple words to represent the phonics movement in different parts of your memory palace. Now, as you keep practicing this method, you can even create big memory palace, or even mansion, or lots of rooms, and represent them with whatever memory phonics you can use. Actually, this method is quite effective, especially if you have a little time in memorizing things. Well, I do hope this method helps you a lot. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, share. Well, bye, have fun learning. Thank you for watching.